Good evening, Internet. The Real Shroom here. Going to play some more Standard tonight, or I guess it's still Standard. It feels like an entirely different format after that doozy of a ban announcement from Wizards last week. Wow. All I have to say is bravo. I actually didn't think they would ban as many cards as they did, and I'm really glad that they did, because that means that Standard is now wide open for jank brewage, with red decks taking a huge nerf, and turn 4 omniscience combo also being nerfed. So with that, those archetypes being out of the way, I really wanted to try out Cactuar aggro again, because I thought that deck was really fun and potentially quite good. And let's see how it does after all these bans. What is Cactuar aggro? Let's take a look. So we are a Temur aggro deck, and we're built around playing 1 and 2 mana threats that are overbodied because they're green threats, beginning with the namesake Cactuar, which is 1 mana for a 3/3 trample. At the beginning of our end step, if it didn't enter the battlefield this turn, return it to our hand. So as it is, it just gets to attack once, but if we can give it haste, it actually gets to attack twice before it bounces back to our hand. So 2 mana for 2 attacks, with each with a 3/3 trampler. I think combined with like other 2 mana plays and tempo plays can be enough to possibly get the job done. So let's take a look at all the threats that we're packing. First of all, we are all about the 2 mana plays because we are a breakout deck, considering this part of the threat package, really. This sorcery that lets us look at the top 6, put a creature of mana value 2 or less onto the battlefield hastily. If we don't put it on our battlefield this way, put it into our hand, and the rest on the bottom. So this lets us dig 6 deep for one of our threats and gives that threat haste when we cast the breakout, which is actually all of our threats in this current iteration are 2 mana or less. So they are all activated, brought out, and given haste by breakout, which is cool. The actual 2 mana threats we have are Web Strike Elite, which you can cycle to destroy artifacts and enchantments when it's not just being a 2 mana 3/3 reach. We've got Keen-Eyed Curator, which is amazing, like instant speed graveyard hate that eventually grows into a 7/7 trampler. It's just a 3/3 for starters, those for 2 mana, which is great. This time around, we're packing the Aloe Alchemists, which are 2 mana 3/2s, but we can plot them for 2 mana. When we plot them, they give another creature +3/+2 and trample till the end of the turn. So this is like a pump spell that later comes down to be a 2 mana 3/2 trampler, which is kind of exactly what this deck wants. The other piece from Final Fantasy that's really good for this deck, and really good with Cactuar in particular, is Summon Brynhildr. This 2 mana 2/1 saga creature. So for chapter 1, it's just exile the top card of our library. Lets us play that any turn where we put a lore counter on it. So it's like red impulse draw that lasts for a couple of turns after we draw it off the initial chapter. But chapters 2 and 3, it makes it so the next creature we cast gains haste until the end of the turn. So if we, for instance, play a Cactuar on 1, on turn 2, we can play a Summon Brynhildr, exile a card with a chapter 1, maybe a land that we can play on turn 3. On turn 3, if we replay our Cactuar, it's going to get haste, so it will get to attack that turn and the turn after that as well, meaning that we're getting 3 attacks off of our 3/3 trample for 2 mana, which at the point that we curve this into this, I think it's actually really good. And this card is actually just really good for giving all of our other creatures haste as well, which is something we just want to do because we are an aggro deck. And the secret sauce for this build of the deck, I think, is the Floodpits Drowner, which is an amazing tempo piece that we were lacking last time. Just the ability to come in at flash as a 2/1 attacker, tap an opponent down for 2 combat steps, potentially, depending on when we play the Floodpits Drowner. I think this is going to make all the difference between having us get close to killing our opponent, but eventually being brick-walled by bigger attackers, and actually getting the job done with our with all of our 2-drops. And then we're also running a couple of piggy banks, which aren't as exciting as everything else. There's just 3/2 artifact creatures, which create a treasure token when they die. It is kind of cool they're artifact creatures, because that is 2 creature types for the delirium count of Keen-Eyed Curator when we get to the point where we're starting to exile things from graveyards. So that's cool. And then we only have 1 spell that costs more than 2 in our deck. That's Frostcliff Siege, which is an enchantment that we can choose Jeskai, meaning that whenever one or more creatures we control deals combat damage to the player, draw a card. More often, we're going to choose Temur to give all of our creatures +1/+0, trample, and haste. We really want our Cactuars to be able to attack right away, so that they get in 2 attacks for 1 mana. and the Frostcliff Siege makes it so that we can do that. We've got a lot of ability to haste our stuff up cheaply between the Brynhildrs, the breakouts, and the Frostcliff Siege. And then we just got some interaction because we're a Temur. You know, we've got a couple of Into the Flood Maws, very good tempo, and potentially removal pieces. 2 spell pieces can protect our stuff from cheap removal spells. Speaking of removal spells, we've got 2 Burst Lightning and 2 Lightning Strikes as burn spells that can go to the face and can also kill early game blockers. And we've got a couple of Mishra's Research Desks, which can help us dig for cards that we need in the mid game whenever we need to. Actually, I really like this as a card selection piece for decks that are not blue. There's a total of 21 lands in the mana base, which is plenty for what we are doing. Our average mana value is very low. We don't want to flood out in this deck. The only tech that we are packing is a couple of Restless Ridgelines. The rest is all just colored mana that we're trying to come into play untapped in the early game as much as possible. And our color requirements are pretty strict, so we don't have room for too much fancy tech. The sideboard contains 2 Fire Magics as a really good sweeper against like token decks. I really love the 1 damage mode of this for 1 mana. Instant speed, do 1 damage. Everything is great. A couple of Essence Scatters against mid-range creature decks. 1 Heritage Reclamation shores up our Web Strike Elites and our Keynote Curators for hates of artifacts, enchantments, and graveyards. A couple of giant Cinder Maws will shut down life gain that our opponent might be trying to do. Another Into the Flood Maw is good against big stuff, like big creature decks, mid-range decks, decks that are heavy on artifacts and enchantments. And Unable to Scream is there against like Temur. You know, you put it on like Enduring Curiosity, any of those, or Sheoldred, you know, any creature that has like a problematic text. This is just a 1 mana way to nullify that. A couple of negates can come in against artifacts or like combo decks and control. A couple of liberating bolts against those decks where you really want to exile their creature, like, I don't know, Ketchamos, you know, like BB, that kind of thing. Enduring Innocence, and a couple of Pop Patch formations are good against the black decks to exile, to destroy both the Unholy Annexes and the Archfiends of the Dross / Bloodletters of Aclazotz, whatever flying creature might be troubling you. So that is the plan of the deck. We are now lower to the ground. We're much more focused on just having these 2-drops threats, and I think the Floodpits Drowners are going to be key to getting us victories in this build of Cactuar aggro. So let's see how this deck can fare in brand new and hopefully improved post-ban standard. If you like off-meta MTG content, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Grendel 64 will be our first matchup. Dauntless Drafter. And we're going to be on the draw. And our hand looks good. We'll keep. Gonna turn 1 Cactuar. Alright, we'll go Copperline Gorge, Cactus. Summon Brynhildr. Exiles, summon Fenrir. Okay. Attack with our Cactuar. And we're also going to summon Brynhildr, so this means that our Cactuar will be hasty when we play it next turn. There's the Fenrir. Gonna be hasty. We're not gonna block that. Okay. So this is what we have off of this, I guess. Okay, we're gonna play a Cactuar. It's gonna be hasty. Then I think we will play this. Summon Brynhildr. Exile another card. attack. Alright, we take out their summon Fenrir so they don't get another counter. Overlord. Torch the tower. Okay. Sure. I think we will just break out. Probably a keen-eyed curator. And we'll play a research desk. More overlords. Okay, so let's flood pits down this overlord. And let's break out again. Stola rule. At the end of your end step, exile target creature you control, then return to the battlefield. So just bouncing overlords. Alright, well, I don't know if we can deal with this. Bouncing overlords. Yep, now they just get to deal 4 damage to any target when they attack, so we're dead. So we want Paw Patch formation, Essence Scatter, maybe into the Flood Maw. That's probably all we need. I guess Heritage Reclamation possibly as well. Yeah, stuff that can destroy overlords. These burst lightnings aren't going to do much. Lightning strikes also probably not doing much here. Maybe cut the spell pierces also. Their most impactful spells are all creatures. That's a one lander, the mulligan. Ah, man. Into another one lander. Gonna have to mull that. Alright, we're on 5. Bottom. Ah, these cards are all good. Aloe Alchemist. And Break Out. They're all equally good cards that I really would love to have kept. Alright, we'll summon Brynhildr. Exile Essence Scatter, not ideal. Ghost Vacuum. I guess I'll play this Brynhildr. Summon Fenrir. All right, so we're gonna put in this Floodpits Drowner so we can tap down this Fenrir and attack now for 4. I think that's better than having it trade for the Curator. Although now whatever they play, they draw a card. They just had the mana for it. Hasty Curator. And just a regular Curator. I don't know if we can beat one Overlord of the Hauntwoods though. Nope. Now that they've got yeah. Somehow they have card advantage, like mana advantage, everything advantage on us. Oh, because we mulled to 5. Okay. Well, that didn't go so well. We need to get down early and more aggressively against a deck like theirs, and didn't manage to. Trash Talkin, the Initiate, is our next opponent. That's a 0 lander, so we have to mulligan that. This hand looks good. We'll keep it. And bottom, probably Mountain. Alright, let's lead on a Cactuar. Alright, we'll attack with our Cactuar. Should have played the Shivan Reef. Elspeth's Smite. That's okay. We'll let that go. Alright, let's break out. And whiff. Wow. That shouldn't happen too much. Get lost. That's fine. Get lost. We can get losted. Pizza. Alright, let's summon Floodpits Drowner. Sure, let's explore. Get a land. Alright, let's play our Floodpits Drowner. It's gonna be hasty. Tap down Beza. Explore here. Land. Just attack. Stock up. Yep. The Drowner's good. So let's go for another summon, which will be hasty. And I think we'll attack. Pass. Looks like a sweeper. Temporary lockdown. Okay. Spell pierce the 3 steps. Tap down the Beza. Do we have a creature land or anything? We don't. That's really too bad. Well, let's go ahead and plot this Aloe Alchemist. Another Beza. Alright. And now we're gonna have a hard time beating this Beza. Elspeth.
So long as we fight, hope cannot die. More heroes for the cause.
Okay, now I don't think we can win. Too many lands in a row here at the end. What could get us out of this? Nothing really, because we can't attack this Elspeth, and it can just keep making tokens. So yeah, everything just kind of went wrong for us. Too many lands. So that's an L. We want probably Giant Cindermaw. Negate. Into the Floodmaw. Burst Lightning we don't need. Keep the bolts. At least one of the bolts. Let's cut the Lightning Strikes and the Burst Lightnings. One more cut. Cut a Picky Bank. This hand's okay. We can keep it. All right, crack our research desk. Find another green source for next turn. There we go. All right, let's go for summon. No more lies. And we'll counter that. Cool. Finds us a land. Play our land. I think we'll play one of these Web Strike Elites. No more lie. And we'll cancel that. Let's play our research desk. Crack it. Keen-eyed curator. Attack with our dude. Elspeth Smite. Keen-eyed curator. Pizza. Go with the Floodpits, tap it down. Stock up, yeah, sure. Get lost. Okay. Let's break out. Think of Floodpits Drowner. Keen-eyed curator, we'll keep that on top. Attack and play the Cinder Moss, see if they have a sweeper. Stock up. They don't have a sweeper. Okay. Let's explore here. Summon Brynhildr? Yeah, that sounds good. Let's attack. Do we need to play this Keen-eyed curator? I kind of don't think we do. Ultima, sure. Ends their turn. Double summon. Negate. Sure. Good game, opponent says. Temporary lockdown. Okay. Yeah, let's just x equals 3 this. Can't be countered. I can draw a card. I get my summons back. Land. And Cindermaw, okay. Plus Floodpits, that's pretty good. Stalk up. Visa. So let's see. How can we do this? There's my Cindermaw. So we want to give that haste. Tap down Visa. Play a Keen-Eyed Curator. Authority of the Consuls, yeah. Doesn't really do it. Okay, break out. Whiff? Oh man, are you kidding me? Restless Ridgeline. Okay, I think we got this win. Sure, you can make a fish. We still got the win. Maybe an essence scatter for Beza? Sure, we can do one essence scatter. One of the flood maws. Okay, hand looks pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna lead on this tap land. Question was, do I want to hold up Spell Pierce? And I don't think I need to right now. I'm just gonna play a Drowner just to start attacking. Okay, they have a no more lies. Spell Pierce. Okay, let's fly. Give our dude +3/+2 in Trample. Authority of the Consuls. I think we want to negate that. Elspeth's Smite. Yep. Deduce. Exile. Instance. Exile. Enchantment. Cactuar. That's all I can do for now. Alright, I got this ridge line for next turn. Temporary lockdown, okay. Yep. Like it's our stuff. Go for a Key Knight Curator. Get lost. Okay. Alright, here comes the ridge line. I have the Beza, me sitting with my Essence Scatter in hand. Leave a Floodpits Drowner on top. I'm just gonna take 4. I don't want to get Elspeth smited. Play another Beza. Ultima. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna attack with my ridgeline. Sanctum. Attack with my ridgeline. High Noon. Doesn't do anything. Attack with my ridgeline. GG's. Okay, we beat the blue-white control deck. Well, that's good. That's going to become a more popular archetype post-banning. It already has been, so nice to know that we can beat control. Risky business. The pack leader is our next opponent. We'll be on the play. And no Cactuar, but I like our hand, so we'll keep. There's a Cactuar. I think I'm going to summon. Can I find land number 3? No. Herd Heirloom. Alright, I'm going to play this summon, which will get haste. Can I get a land, please? No. Alright. Attack for 4. Right. So I'm gonna lose this Cactuar. It's really unfortunate I couldn't get a land off either of my summons. I'm gonna lose this siege and my Cactuar. I think though I like just attacking. Playing the flood pits, getting haste, attacking for 4, setting up another attack for next turn. Trailblazer. Roaming Throne. This is they're on a saffron on olive brew, I believe. So I can, darn it, I was just like, turned too late on my stuff. I can play a Drowner, tap down this dragon. I guess that's what I gotta do. Tap down this dragon. Play this Cactuar, because it's free. Attack. So you get to eat one of my guys for free. Now they're copying the Trailblazer, so they're drawing 2 cards per creature. Sure. Okay. And we lose here. So, opponent's on Dragon Storm. So we want Essence Scatter. Unable to Scream. I think we can cut Spell Pierce. I think we want Obliterating Bolts. Stuff that can kill the Trailblazers. I think we'll cut maybe a Flood Maw. Cut the Siege. Cut one Lightning Strike. It's just a more expensive version of Burst Lightning since they both can kill the Trailblazer. That's a one lander. I can't keep that. Alright, this is more reasonable. I can keep and bottom one of these lands, I guess. Get the cacti going. Play another 3/3. Herd Heirloom. It's pretty good. Temur Battle Crier. Alright, we'll go ahead and Drowner that down. Keen-eyed Curator. Play it. Trailblazer. Go ahead and just kill that now. Another Trailblazer. And they still had enough mana to cast this. Wow. Because of their Battle Crier and the free mana off the Trailblazers. Okay, well, need one of my tempo cards. Creature instance. One of my tempo cards, please. Obliterating Bolts. Alright, just enough to get there. I think I actually want Flood Maw back. Maybe a Paw Patch formation. Cut a Piggy Bank. And a Web Strike Elite. Alright, this hand looks decent. We'll see how it pans out. It's weird thinking how to sequence a hand like this. And that's not great. They get a turn 2 3-drop. So I guess we're holding up Essence Scatter. Well, duplication, okay. Lumbering World Wagon. Okay, that will counter. Visage Bandit, so they've got a big board of 4 3s. They're gonna lose one of them right now. But the rest are there. And those are larger than our creatures. Let's break out. We get a summon. Oh, lightning strike will be good at some point. If I don't block... If I block, I don't get access to that lightning strike that I just drew off my summon. If I don't block, I take 10 points of damage, which is very bad. I go to 2. Yeah, I think I have to block here. Which is really too bad. Because I would have been able to kill one of those. They would still have access to crewing this. Yeah, maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I should have just taken that. So we will summon. There's a piggy bank. I guess we'll play. So we block here and we block here. Cactuar. Okay. Let's play our breakout. Web Strike Elite. I don't think we put the Web Strike Elite onto the battlefield. We take that into our hands. We play this Cactuar. Okay, and then we'll Floodpits the Cactuar. The probably should have done the battle crier actually. Okay, let's plot. Give our Drowner +2/+1 in Trample. Play a Cactuar. So they plotted their visage bandits. Okay, we'll attack with our Cactuar. Okay, we trade there. What's in the graveyards? Creature, sorcery, enchantment, instant. Okay. So let's play a curator. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I should have held up the mana to do Web Strike Elite, I think. Maybe not. Hello, Alchemist. Cactuar. All right, here comes the World Wagon. Gonna copy it, sure. It's big, but it doesn't have Trample. Chump. And then attack and kill you. Okay, GG's. Phew, looked sketchy at the beginning, but slow and steady with the 2 mana 3/3s. 8th easiest, the ambitious, is our next opponent. Will they be the 3rd or 4th easiest of the night? On the draw. We do have a Cactuar. We do have a Cactuar and a research desk. Opponent kept 7. We just need to draw 1 land and we're good, right? I'm gonna keep this. I have faith. Just draw a land in the first couple of turns. Okay, there we go. Broodheart's Engine. At the end of your upkeep, surveil 1 for 4. Sack this artifact. Return target creature or vehicle card from graveyard to the battlefield. Activate as a sorcery. Okay. Let's play. Summon Brynhildr. Lightning Strike is what we exile. That's pretty good. We do have a Keen-Eyed Curator, so that makes me feel a little better about their Broodheart Engine. More Broodheart Engines. Okay. Well, let's play this untapped land. We'll play Cactuar. That's hasty. And a piggy bank. Now I didn't hold up I didn't play Keen-Eyed Curator or hold up mana to eat their graveyard, so I might have to start doing that starting next turn. Carrying Cruiser. Rubble Belt Maverick. Okay. Am I just gonna lose this lightning strike is my question. And they have an Atraxa in their graveyard. I can't let them reanimate that, right? I don't know, they can reanimate it. That like taps them out and then I just drowner it and they die. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's just bolt them in the face. Play our Mishras. They're gonna get back their Atraxa. Maverick, uh-huh. Here comes Atraxa, sure. Oh, they have another blocker, and my pig bank doesn't have Trample. So we don't auto win. They draw a whole bunch of cards too, so perhaps I was a little bit hasty in Okay, let's see what our research desk can get us here. Burn spell? Summon Brynhildr. Summon Brynhildr. Finds us an Aloe Alchemist. Okay, that should be enough. Tap down Atraxa. Attack with the piggy bank. They have to block. So they can get back Valgavoth now. Which, does that matter? Maybe. Maybe it does. Does the Valgavoth matter? So, let's see. They're at 12 effectively. I could have prevented this all from happening turns ago by playing my Keen-Eyed Curator, but I thought that this clever line would get me through. Let's see if our research desk can find us anything. Into the Flood Maw. That gets hasty. Sack, sack, sack. Alright, and then they get Atraxa back and can attack with it now. So we're dead. Yep, I got a little greedy there. A horn oculus. Okay, sure. So, let's get Heritage Reclamation into the Flood Maw. Unable to scream. Maybe one Paw Patch formation. Some negates. I don't think these bolts are going to do us much good. Cut Siege. Web Strike Elite and Piggy Bank. Oh, just 2 cuts. Well, we've got Keen-Eyed Curators, which is good. We don't have double green, but we'll find it. I'm going to keep. All right. Yeah, let's go for a Keen-Eyed Curator. Canal Breakouts. Cactuar. Carrying Cruiser. So they're a Kona deck. Okay. That's not good. Yep, they play Kona, tap it, and then we'll see what horrible thing they do. Kona, uh-huh. And just attracts is actually not bad at all. That actually means we win. It doesn't... Yeah, it does mean we win. Tap down Atraxa, attack for 8. Okay. Maybe we want Essence Scatter after all. For Kona. at least one. Let's just go for one essence scatter. We'll cut a research desk. Okay, hand looks really good. We'll keep. Drawing some counters at some point would be nice. I do like Cactuar turn 1. Keen-Eyed Curator is a great follow-up. Alright, let's summon. Perfect. Botanical Sanctum, just what we want. Rude. Alright, they have the Atraxa in hand now. Alright, we'll play our free land. Play Keen-Eyed Curator. Attack for 5. Subterranean schooner. Quag Feast. Alright, we'll eat, I guess, an Overlord. Alright, we draw another Curator. That's good. It's going to be hasty. There's Kona. So Atraxa coming up. See how many cards they get. Valgavoth, Broodheart Engine. Creature. So this is creature enchantment. Okay. I think we got it, right? I think we just got it. Floodpits Drowner. Tap Atraxa. Use these 2 manas to delirium up my raccoon. Win. So we can do artifacts. And we can do land. That's a 7/7. Alright, phew. Just barely getting there against Reanimator, Kona, Sultai. Phew. Close, but Cactuars just aggro enough. Our Fox, the Mighties, our final opponent, will be on the play. Hand looks good. I like turn 1 Cactuar. And turn 2 Cactuar. I don't like the pain lands. Is this like the same deck that we just played against? Alright, attack with our Cactuar. Play another Cactuar. Insidious Roots. Okay. Let's attack. We will play a Cactuar. Dredger's Insights. So they get a plant. Alright, let's go ahead and tap this down, I guess. Break out. Go for a Keen-Eyed Curator. Cactuar back to hand. Okay. They have a removal spell for my 3/3. Okay, let's play a Cactuar. Cash grab. It's gonna be hard to fight through these roots. Take 3. Alright, tap down one of these plants, I guess. Attack. Alright. Play a Cactuar and a Cactuar. Yo, yo, yo. Okay. Everything okay? I think everything's okay. So I can Drowner, tap down the 4/5. They still have 3 blockers. I have no way to give haste or anything. It's looking pretty bad for me, but let's just see what happens, I guess. Aloe Alchemist. Sure. Floodpits Drowner. Oh, tap both my green sources. And that's fatal. Okay. Just enough trample damage. They didn't have another green to trigger their scoos again. Phew, wow. I thought it was dead for sure. Okay, so we want Heritage Reclamation. I think we want Fire Magic to deal with those plants. Essence Scatter. No, I think we want Paw Patch Formation, actually. Maybe an Essence Scatter. I'll cut a Piggy Bank. Maybe cut Siege. We don't need the haste plant as much necessarily here. Breakouts. A couple of breakouts. Couple summons. I don't know. I'm not sure how to board against their deck. Hey, we got a Cactuar. Web Strike Elite is good too. We'll keep. Opponent mull to 5. Mull to tender. Okay. Cash grab. Back a Scavenging Ooze. Drowner. Okay. Attack. I think we'll play the summon. Piggy Bank, not bad. So now they can tap this and play their Scavenging Ooze. And they've got a good amount of fuel. 3 creatures at least. So being able to kill it now would be great. But we don't draw the ability to kill it right now. play this Cactuar, make it hasty. Play this piggy bank. Won't be hasty. Okay. Yep, we can gain some life here. Another scavenging ooze. Take it. Tap land. Okay, let's attack. They take it. We'll play a research desk. Pass. Sure, we're gonna eat with the other ooze. Well, they're milling their thirsting roots, so that's good. Or insidious roots. Yeah, let's go ahead and tap down their 5/5. Take 3. Okay, I could shuffle in their 5/5, which wouldn't be bad, actually. They've got no other creatures to summon, right? Yeah, I'm gonna shuffle that one in. Go piggy. And I'll play this Cactuar. Still activate my research desk on their turn. Rubble Belt Maverick. They can make their ooze into a 4/4, gain 2 life as they do so. Yeah, we'll take 4. No block. Do some research. Come on, Misha, hook us up. Opponent does not really believe in blocking, apparently. Take fire magic. That should be good. Break out. Yeah, we're gonna do this, so we might as well do it now. Kill your 1/1s. Break out. Get a hasty Floodpits Drowner. Yeah. Tap down that Scoos. Play another 3/3. Attack for 8. Cactuar goes back, but we've got a good board here. We even have a Restless Ridgeline. They can gain 2 more life with their spews, but that's not going to be enough. All right. Okay. So that was a pretty solid 4-1 with this version of Cactuar aggro, and I really like it. I think this deck is fun, and it's kind of good, too. Cactuar at 1 mana for a 3/3 trample is actually pretty good. Like, it doesn't take that many hits with it to close out games, particularly when you're coupling it with these other overbodied threats. So I like how relentless this deck is. The fact that Cactuar bounces itself back to hand means that it's actually good against sweepers. I think the Aloe Alchemists were a great addition. Being able to get to offer that trample and extra power on a plot is great. As well as being able to then later plop down a 3/2, which can be hasty sometimes because of the summon Brynhildr. Yeah, I don't know. I just think this deck is actually really fun and possibly quite good. Now, we're in like gold tier, so we didn't run into the big dogs. Although, you know, like Blue-White Control is going to be a very popular deck with the nerfing of aggro decks. And, you know, we beat Blue-White Control pretty well, actually. And I think various Insidious Roots decks as well are going to be very popular. And we beat a Roots deck at the very end there. So, yeah, I think the deck's actually pretty good. It seems to have good matchups against a lot of what's happening. I think a real mid-range deck like Golgari playing like 4, you know, Sentinel of the Nameless City, 4 Preacher of the Schism, 4 like Sheoldreds, that kind of deck would be pretty hard for us to deal with. But I think we're good against other aggro decks because we just body them with our creatures, and the fact that we can now block due to Monstrous Rage being illegal. And yeah, I think that we're a bit beefier than people are used to playing against as far as aggro decks. So although Temporary Lockdown still works very well against us, cards like Cut Down don't work well against us at all because we got a bunch of 3/3s. So anyway, I'm pleased with this iteration of standard Cactuar control, aggro rather. Might play another iteration of it somewhere down the line, but that's going to do it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed. If you did and you like off-meta MTG content, please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I do stream MTG on my Twitch channel every Tuesday and Friday night. There is a link to the Twitch channel in the description. Hope you have a good night, and I'll see you next time.